5:04 this morning, President Trump has upped his threat to send federal guard troops into Chicago, despite protests from local leaders who say they're not needed. But first, this morning, House lawmakers will hold a news conference with some of Jeffrey Epstein's victims as they push to make more files on the investigation public. Democrats and some Republicans say yesterday's drop of more than 33,000 documents contained little new information. Jared Hill has the latest.
Bipartisan frustration on Capitol Hill after some files related to convicted high-powered sex offender Jeffrey Epstein were released yesterday.
97% of those documents were already part of the public domain. It's nothing new.
Among the documents, victims' interviews, flight logs, and that missing minute from the jail video on the night of Epstein's death. Republican Thomas Massie and Democrat Ro Khanna are planning a news conference with Epstein's victims, one day after they share their stories behind closed doors with House leaders, as the lawmakers try to force a House vote to make more files public.
It's an effort to keep the files from being released. And the question is, why is the Speaker of the House engaged in that?
House Speaker Mike Johnson fired back.
I think that's obvious nonsense. It has to be done in the right way.
President Trump Tuesday continued his focus on crime, saying he plans to send the National Guard to Chicago.
We have the right to do it because I have an obligation to protect this country.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is pushing back against the surge.
I find this extraordinarily strange, as Chicago does not want troops on our streets.
Talk of sending troops to another American city comes after a federal judge yesterday ruled that the Trump administration violated the law when it sent National Guard troops into Los Angeles to quiet immigration protests in June. The White House plans to appeal the ruling.
The Trump administration deployed the National Guard to the streets of Washington, D.C. more than 3 weeks ago. Despite initial protests, the city's mayor yesterday issued an executive order calling for local coordination with federal law enforcement with no end date set.